However, what Triumph had was something that could not be copied or manufactured: image. And the Bonneville had image by the spadeful.
A motorcyclist boys club used to come down here and talk to the other blokes about motorbikes and swap ideas, swap parts, and swap pillion covers. But it was a big boys club most of the time, and a great place to be if you've got a motorbike.
It was great. This place, well, it was like coming out of a post-war period, rationing, hardships, and all of a sudden getting a bike and having a bit of fun in life, because I mean life was, them days in the 50s, pretty grey. I mean, I don't think people realise it unless you was round in our era. But having said that, I'll still say they were the golden days, without a doubt. We used to come down here, and then to spice things up a little bit, I started going out there. I mean, I wasn't a very good rider at first, you know, a bit of a novice really, up against people like Bill and all them. But eventually I got the hang of it, and then I got a Triumph 110, and then we used to do what we never used to call it racing. We used to go out there and just give a performance, as the lads would say, you know, and it was great fun. Then the law would come along and try to spoil it. Outside the Ace Cafe, it used to be like, well, you used to have the entrance down here and this one here with the intersection there, and we used to, I mean, I remember one night the law chased me down there, and I knew they was behind me, so I thought, oh, I'll have a bit of a laugh here with the lads, like, because I mean this time we're talking about down here in its heyday. I mean, nothing to see 300 or 400 bikes down there, and all the lads standing on the wall with the birds and all jeering and then, you know, having a great time. They thought, you know, especially when it was ridiculing the police, like, at the time. And then, of course, I'd give them what they want, like, you know, round and round the intersection with the law, and then after that we'd shoot off up the road and just open it up. And, you know, people say, didn't they ever catch you? It wasn't that we were better riders than them, because they were good riders. I mean, don't get anybody wrong, the law were good riders. They were all, most of them blokes around them time were ex-army blokes, so they were DR riders in the war, you know what I mean, who then come out of the forces and join the police force. So there were no soft touch, but the only thing that held them back was their bikes were so heavy with all the radio equipment and the aerials and the leg shields and the fire extinguishers and their first aid kits and all the gear they used to wear. So of course we had an advantage over them. It's like golf, having someone like handicapped, you know what I mean? So we had that advantage over them. And so, like, of course, you'd open up and he'd still be there, you know what I mean? So it wasn't a question of we were better riders, it's just a question, I think, it was a weight ratio. But we had great fun them days. The Triumph, well, as you know, it was a 650 twin carbs. It was quick, fast acceleration. In fact, I would say it was probably the fast accelerated bike around. It was flexible. I wasn't impressed with the brakes too much, but we didn't worry about the brakes. All we was interested in is open. You know, my position on my throttle. Most people ride a bike. I didn't even bother about having a throttle cable. It was only shut off and on. That was it. There was no in between. You know, we used to wind them up and had a bit of fun with them. Like, you know, it was a great era.